In today's video, we're going to be talking all things mobility, specific for the snatch and the clean and jerk. Now, it doesn't take a rocket scientist to tell us that we need good mobility if we are going to successfully snatch and clean and jerk. What we do need to do, though, is assess the four main mobility areas that are specific to the Olympic lifting movements. These four areas are ankle mobility, hip mobility, thoracic extension, shoulder and lat mobility. So in this video, we're going to be taking a look at the mobility assessments that we can do to assess our mobility, analyze our mobility constraints, so then we can start to put together a specific warm-up that is specific to us, that's going to help us take our weightlifting to the next level.
The first area we will take a look at is ankle mobility. This is crucial because it directly impacts your ability to achieve proper lifting positions, especially in the deep squat required for the snatch and the clean. Without good ankle mobility, you're likely to lean forward, lift your heels, or lose balance, which not only reduces power transfer, but also increases the risk of injury to your lower back and knees. Good ankle mobility allows you to keep your torso upright, maintain stability, and execute lifts more efficiently. To test your ankle mobility, all you need is a solid, flat surface. So for me, this plyo box will do just fine. Set your foot one fist and one thumb width away from the solid surface. Keeping your knee tracking over your big toe, push your knee towards the wall, making sure the foot stays perfectly flat on the floor throughout. Do 3 reps per side just to get a rough estimate of your ankle mobility on either side. So for me, I feel tighter and visually shows that I'm quite tight on the right ankle compared to my left-hand side. Something I would bear in mind with a result like this is finding unilateral movements that will enhance mobility and strength, so over time both ankles are near enough the same or feel closer in mobility. The next important area is hip mobility, as it directly impacts technique and performance similar to ankle mobility. Good hip mobility allows lifters to achieve the deep squat positions required in the Olympic lifts. It improves lifting technique by enabling optimal positioning and power transfer, making lifts more explosive and efficient. Overall, hip mobility is a foundational component that enhances performance and supports long-term health in Olympic lifting. Testing your hip mobility requires testing internal and external range of motion. To test your internal hip mobility, begin on your back and raise your legs in the air. One leg at a time, turn the toes and lower limb away from the body, making sure when you are doing this, you are not moving the knee whatsoever. Think of the start position as 0 degrees with the aim to get as close to 90 degrees as possible. And to test your external rotation, we will set up in a very similar position with the goal this time to pull the foot and the lower limb towards the body. We can rate this in a very similar fashion by suggesting the start position is 0 degrees with the goal to get as close to 90 degrees as possible. The next area we will look at is thoracic mobility. Good thoracic mobility allows for proper overhead mechanics which are needed in the overhead squat or jerk. This will also positively impact your front rack mobility. Thoracic mobility is essential for achieving a solid catch position and maintaining stability, ultimately contributing to better lifting performance. To test your thoracic mobility, begin on all fours with knees under hips and wrists under shoulders. Bring your left hand and gently rest this on the back of your head. The goal of the test is to open up your chest to the side and see how close you can get to stacking both shoulders in a near vertical line. Make sure you don't move the hips to the side or sink into the opposite shoulder, as this will enhance your movement and suggest you have better thoracic mobility than you probably actually have. And finally, shoulder and lat mobility is essential for the Olympic lifts, as this helps achieve proper overhead positions, maintaining bar path control and ensuring stability. Good mobility helps execute lifts with correct form, maximizes power output and reduces the risk of injuries to the shoulders, elbows and back. To test your lat length and shoulder mobility, we want to start with our lower back, mid to upper back and our head against the wall. Start the test with your hands shoulder width apart and keeping the arms as straight as possible throughout. Take your hands overhead, maintaining long straight arms throughout. Contact with the wall needs to stay against those 3 points the whole way through this test. Go to a point where your arms are straight and you are in contact with the wall. This will be your score for this test. I hope you found this video useful. If you did, make sure to drop this video a like, and also subscribe to my YouTube channel if you're looking for more weightlifting tips just like this.